Hey guys, how's it going? I always enjoy reading your comments. I was about to say all your comments. Yeah, I read all your comments, and if I can, I will also answer them. Sometimes a written answer isn't going to be enough because when a guy is fascinated, because when there's a guy asking about my table, and if it is homemade, and if I can do an overview, of course I can. There's nothing in the whole wide world I would rather do. So here we go. The question was, did I build this thing myself? No, I did not actually. I bought this at an estate sale and built these extensions myself. And actually, we got the 1st of July now, and I got this table on the 9th of July 2023. So it's actually almost a 2-year review also of a used old motorcycle lift, because that is what this thing is. I got this thing at a yard sale. It was tucked away. I actually did a video on it when I first put it in this room. It was tucked away so you could only just see one little corner, but at that corner there was a price tag, and I asked the nice gentleman, is it for sale or is it not for sale? Because many of the items at the sale wasn't actually for sale, but it had a price on it, but was tucked away behind some stuff that wasn't for sale, so I had to ask. And he was a bit hesitant, but he finally agreed with himself that, yeah, it was for sale, so I grabbed it at the price he asked for it. It was 800 kroner, which is pretty damn cheap for a thing like this. And it has been a huge game changer for me. At the very beginning of the channel, when I was working on lawnmowers, I put them up on those two sawhorses here, and that was just really sketchy, and I couldn't do lawn tractors and stuff, not up in the height at least. I had to roll around on the floor and stuff. So this thing has really been handy to have around here. Like I said, it is a motorcycle lift. You can get extensions built for this thing, but this particular table has gone out of production from the manufacturer, and extensions is really, really expensive for what I paid for the table. So MacGyver here thought, how can I do this? It's not that I need the extensions all the time. Actually, I'm leaning quite a bit over the table because of the extensions when I'm working on lawnmowers, but it's just really nice to have those sides to put a lot of stuff on. And you can see it is getting used and abused. So bear with me. It's a tool. So yeah, I thought to myself, how can I build something myself to make it wider and get more room and room for a lawn tractor and stuff. The extensions for a piece like this is some pipes and some metal plates that fits the pipes. So I did the next best thing. I bought some pipes that is probably too thin in the walls, but it is holding up. And then I just cut a piece out of a 2x4 at every pipe, and I glued it, and I screwed a board on top of that. So the board and the 2x4 is not clamping because there is some room, but it is holding around the pipe, and that's how it is holding the weight. Pretty simple actually, and it works really well. There was 2 tie downs that I removed because I had no use for them, but I kept this for this wheel chuck because it is pretty handy. I can still use it to fix bicycles and motorcycles or scooters and stuff. But when there's nothing in the chuck, and I have a lawnmower running, this just rattles like crazy. So I put a block of wood in here and clamped it, and this is sort of a little table also. It is a manual lift system. This thing was actually at some point, I don't know how that would work with the manual operation, but this thing was actually casted in concrete in a concrete floor somehow, some way. So when I got the table, the pedals were missing, and I don't remember what I did. Did I use a vice grip to operate it to get it to lift? I think I did, until I got the pedals from the gentleman I bought it from. They were cut because it has been modified to operate under a floor, as I said. So I don't really know how that would work, but I got my pedals, and that is how I'm operating it. It is sort of like a bottle jack in here. Don't mind the dirt. It is pretty difficult to get in here and clean, so that isn't a priority. It is like a bottle jack. You pump this to raise the table, and I also have a safety bar, but it's not mounted at the moment. And this pedal is to lower the unit. And it is sloppy and flapping in the breeze because that is just some crap I put together to make it work. And it works well enough for me. Like I said, it is a unit from a manufacturer. I think it is pretty similar to other MC lifts like this. They are pretty much the same, I think. This one happens to be from Biltema, a Swedish company that also have stores in Denmark. This part number or article number for the table, it has went out of production many years ago. I don't know when this thing is made because I haven't seen anywhere, but it lifts 450 kilos and 350 with extensions. My lawn tractor is, what is it? Is it 250 kilos? So it should be well within the limit. And it works just fine. Do you want to see how it works? So you can see the pedals down there. So to lower the unit, you press this pedal that is flapping in the breeze, and the thing goes down like magic. And this is as low as it's going to go. I got ramps over there so I can drive heavy stuff up on it. And if you have seen other videos, then you will see me use those ramps from time to time. It's not often I use them because many times it's just faster to just tip the thing I need up on the table, and then just raise the table again. If you have to service the thing, I don't know how that would be. Then you got access here, but not really because the leg is folded down on the cylinder, but you got access here to some of the components. And when I need to raise the table, I need to kick this out and up because otherwise it will be in a sort of float position, so it doesn't do anything. And to get started, it's a bit tricky because the pedal is hidden underneath my homemade extension. So it is a bit tricky. You need to just put your pinky toe in there to begin with, and then start pumping. And when it starts raising up, and when it starts lifting, you can put your foot more permanently on the pedal. It is a bit slow, but it sure as hell beats lifting a 30 kilo lawnmower up to some sketchy sawhorses. There, that is top position, and it is a pretty nice height for working on lawnmowers, which is what I use it for, primarily. I have a safety bar that I can put into these two positions. And it's a good thing to do that because it is leaking down a little bit from old age, I guess. That's fine. As long as I put the safety bar in, it is fine. It has been modified by a previous owner because normally there's two big steel wheels here. They have been chopped off and they have welded a piece of angle iron and bolted a swivel wheel at this end also, like at the front. That is factory. And yeah, I don't need it to be able to roll around, but it is somewhat handy when I from time to time decide to sweep the floor underneath. So yeah, there's really not more to it than that. I hope this was thorough enough for the gentleman who who made the comment. Would I recommend anyone buying one of these? Yes, I would highly recommend everyone buying one of these. You only need to use it every other weekend before you get really happy about the capacity you get from a table like this, even though it is just a manual table. When this thing breaks, so will my heart. I really, I'm so happy about this table. And it will be a very sad day if the cylinder one day decides to blow up or something. Then I will have to try to fix it or replace the table. Again, I don't know how old it is. I imagine it is pretty old since it has gone out of production. So, yeah, a short video, enough rambling. The MC lift table at Kenny's Clacky Garage. If you have been watching, thank you very much. Please consider subscribing and leave a thumbs up and a comment. I really enjoy your comments and I try to respond as good as I can, as fast as I can to every single one. So, until the next video, stay safe.